doing? Robert O'Dean, we got a great interview today. Who do we got with us
Yes,
today, my
we
friend?
do. We're so excited to have this young lady that is doing some great things for the kingdom, a singing sensation, doing it for the Lord at a young age. And I think it's commendable because she could be Beyonce in it and doing all that, Nicki Minaj in it, but she's doing it for the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, you will know who she is after this morning, the one and only Samantha Howard. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show, sister.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you.
What's happening, young lady?
Nothing much, nothing much. It's
Oh, okay, so
early here and I'm just here. I'm happy to be here.
we're just gonna get right into it because I
Yes.
got questions to ask you and
Okay.
everything like
Someone
that.
asked a question.
Why do I ask? Because I got questions to ask.
Okay,
you.
ask 'em. You got it.
Because I need to know who this young lady
Yes.
is and everything about it. First of all, I believe in branding.
Yes.
And so I'm just going to ask from the top of the head to the sole of your feet.
To the lashes.
Tell me what we got on.
The top of my head to the sole of my feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Gucci hat.
Okay, so we got Gucci now. Are they your sponsor yet?
No, they're not my sponsor.
Okay, Gucci.
Okay, so we ain't saying their name then.
We gonna take your name off the reel
Right.
until you give her sponsorship.
Right.
Okay. Go down to the lashes.
The lashes. This is a beauty supply store.
Okay. Beauty supply. You're gonna need a
She
supplier.
wants some supplies of lashes.
Or we're not gonna call your name.
Right.
And everything. Is that Remy red hair? What hair we got?
I'm screaming. I can't tell you. I got so many I don't remember which.
Okay, we gotta get one so we get a sponsorship out of it.
Right.
Because we're gonna brand you from the top of your head to your
That's
sole of your
right.
feet. So tell me, who are you? What are you about? He said a young lady, now you 14, 15, 16 are in the 20 ages range.
Oh, you want to know my age?
Well, I'm just saying the range.
Because women don't normally
Because women
tell.
are gonna say, I ain't saying my age.
I don't mind telling my age.
Okay.
It's not that deep for me.
All right.
No, I'm 33 years old.
Hey, girl, all right. You
Black
in the
don't
30s.
crack. You look
Yeah.
about 20, 23, 24.
I thought she was 14, 15.
That's all right. Listen, say no to drugs.
And that's true because they say black don't crack. It do if you
Yeah.
use crack.
Yeah, okay. Say no to drugs. Okay, and drink water.
You're
All
right.
So let's tell us a little bit about yourself. For the fan base that is getting ready to fall in love with you and your music, tell them who you are, where you are, who your people is, all that good stuff.
Well, my name is Samantha Howard. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've been singing pretty much all my life.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say
He's
you
from New
Brooklyn?
York.
Brooklyn, New York.
Ooh, that's my joint. You from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Girl, you all right in my book right now. Ooh, praise the Lord. Okay, go ahead.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've been singing since my parents said since I could talk, I was singing. Like since I could say words or make sounds, I was singing. So I guess what is that? Infant age.
Yeah.
As soon as I could talk, they put me in the little children's choir. Matter of fact, I remember when they started the children's choir with like me and my friends, and then we kept going. But I was always singing in the church. My mother always was putting me to sing little solos here and there. In my school, I was always singing. I was always singing. Singing was always a part of my life. Fast forward to, I'm getting a call. Fast forward to when I got older, I was in a marching band. Thought I wanted to do that professionally. I was told that I could not do music for a living because there was no money in that. So I was like, all right, well, I'll go be a doctor. And then I went to college at Oakland University in Huntsville, Alabama. I went there for years. And I was, matter of fact, I was in the biology department. And one day I was like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
And I went over to the music department. I'm like, can I switch my major, please? And I switched my major to music, and it's been up ever since then. When I graduated from then, I decided what I wanted to do, and that was be a full-time artist. I'm of Caribbean descent. I am first generation American. So the rest of my family's from Barbados. So I got island roots in me, feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm actually what's interesting about my music now is that I'm learning to like I'm just bringing in like my culture
Right.
into my music. So that's pretty exciting.
Okay. Now, first and foremost, I got a couple quick questions. tell Pookie or whoever's trying to call you that you on an
She
interview,
on an interview.
and stop it. You know,
I,
and,
I'm gonna tell them right now because they keep calling. I'm about to
yeah,
get in trouble.
tell Pookie and them that we on an interview
In
and, yeah,
California.
and then the second thing, and I want you to know that your camera's live, so everybody's seeing you tilted and everything else. So
Right.
we go.
Screaming. I'm gonna do it right now, y'all.
Okay,
Give me
y'all
a
be
second.
patient. She from Brooklyn, and so we
I
got to
love
make
y'all.
sure.
Right.
Listen, because they're not gonna stop calling
Yeah.
unless I do this. So
Right,
y'all-
right. And did you say Oakwood College?
Oakwood University.
That's the school that produced.
I thought he said
that's
Oak Wind.
No. That's the school that produced Virtue. They produced Take Six.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful
And-
music school, and I think it's Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
you know about my school.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
your school has produced
Yeah.
some great singers. Bullock, the one that was on
Amber
Sunday.
Bullock.
Amber Bullock,
Yeah.
that was on
Right.
Sunday's Best.
And I signed a group out of Oakwood called Jazane. You know,
I know what you're saying.
yeah. They were on
You
the label.
signed them?
Yeah, they were on our label for about 3 years.
Very good. I know you're saying. I know them girls.
Yeah.
One of them I know very well. But yeah, I know them. Well, Stevie Mackey, he's doing a lot in the industry right now. He's
Right.
training all the singers.
Right.
Oh my God. He's training all the singers. Jennifer Lopez, he does like vocal training with her.
Yeah. He's in LA.
Yeah, exactly. Brian McKnight went to my school.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. DeVito
Now,
as an Afrobeat artist.
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna ask you
DeVito
some,
went to Oakwood.
I'm gonna ask you some Adventist questions. Are you a vegetarian or did you stray from the Adventist way?
I used to be vegetarian. I am not a vegetarian anymore. I
Okay.
came out of that a long time ago.
Now
Get
what
outta
about
here.
what
She
about
like chicken too much.
what about the group Laos and Harmony?
Laos and Harmony, those are my friends.
Yeah, they were signed with our label at some time too. And
Oh
so,
wow!
yeah,
Oh, you
they-
just love all the seven.
Yes, yes. So here's my question. She said, "Let me put my computer out and tell them to stop it."
Right.
Okay. So here's my question. So when I come to your house and for dinner, what are we having if we're gonna have the Caribbean ancestry?
Okay, first of all, we're gonna have some jerk wings.
Okay.
'Cause I put jerk seasoning in everything.
Okay. Even
So-
eggs?
Huh?
Even your eggs?
Do I make eggs?
No, I said,
Even-
do you put jerk seasoning on eggs?
You said eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Okay.
Eggs. Okay.
I had to make sure we were talking about the same thing.
Right.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs. So I put them in my eggs.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm talking about my meat.
Okay.
Like chicken, steak, whatever. And it's not that I'm making it a jerk thing, but jerk seasoning has like a lot of spices and herbs in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get like the mild version and I'll use that in like a lot of the meat because the herbs from that tastes really good. When it's not burning your mouth off, you get a really good flavor.
Right. So
All right.
so after you graduated from the university, what did you do to transition into your solo career?
What's crazy is I ran through a couple genres. So I came home, I started working with my brother, who was also a producer, and I started doing neo soul.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went from neo soul to pop because first of all, people do not know, but I grew up because they see I'm black, they know I'm Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
so they think I grew up on like R&B and hip hop. I mean, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't allowed to listen to that stuff, so it's like it was around me, but I wasn't really engulfed in it. What I was engulfed in was Disney Channel. You hear me?
Right.
I was allowed to listen to that. I was allowed to listen to Radio Disney 1190.
Mm-hmm.
So Radio Disney, we're all ears. That was
Right.
the commercial
Right.
on the radio. Listen, that was my joint. So Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears. It's so funny because that music, it's the same music, but
Right.
I was allowed to listen to that. So I had a lot of pop in me. So
Right.
I decided to go pop. The single is still out right now. I'm screaming. I think I need to take it down. But it's a little pop record on there from my humble beginnings.
I don't think you should take it out. I think an artist is an artist. We as Christians and people put people in a box. You can sing all kinds of music, If your heart is right with God and the music is not compromising, music is medicine. It's universal. We
Oh
shouldn't
yes,
have to.
I
We
absolutely
shouldn't
agree with
have to
you.
not do it because of what perception is of church people. If that was the case, you wouldn't have the Kirk Franklins and the Yolanda Adams and the Mary Marys because people tried to box them. But God chooses who He wants to choose for the time and places that He want to put them.
I agree with you. I want to take it down for musical reasons, not for content
Okay.
reasons.
See,
I'm a
she.
little further. It's just I would do it differently.
So my
Cause
my my question to
Right.
you, because I'm going through the Rolodex. Do you know a young man in Brooklyn now? He's from San Diego. My nephew, Chauncey Matthews.
I love Chauncey.
Yeah, that's my
He's from
nephew.
San Diego.
He's from San Diego.
Chauncey is your real nephew, like your blood nephew.
Well, he might as well be because we've been together since he's been a baby.
And his sister is signed to the label,
Yeah.
Victoria.
Chauncey, I love him.
Now, what?
I love Chauncey.
Yeah. What about Stephanie Courtney?
Stephanie Courtney. I'm not sure I know who Stephanie Courtney.
Okay.
What is that? Is she married?
I don't know. I know that she is singing. Started off in gospel, Seven Day Adventist too. Then
Oh,
she went into pop and R&B and things of that nature.
okay.
So a lot of people are doing good things. I love the Caribbean. I love the Adventists in the New York area. I love Brooklyn because you guys have so much flavor. So tell me,
Yes.
why did you shift into the style of music you're in right now?
Um, I shifted because okay, when my grandmother died, I felt like I was doing R&B at the time when my grandmother died,
Hmm.
and I feel like well now I feel like I was hearing from God like really loud because I didn't know what to. It was my first like real death
Hmm.
that shook me, and my grandmother. I'm the closest to my grandmother was the closest thing to me in my family, my whole
Hmm.
family. My grandma. Nobody like her. The only person that I could really like talk to. She kind of raised me because my parents, well, yeah, my father went to Oakwood as well when I was younger, and my mother was working hard, long hours, and my grandmother would my grandfather would pick me up from school, and I would, stay by my grandparents' house. My grandmother literally raised me.
Hmm.
During the summertime, I was always at my grandmother's house with my friends that I played with, my friends that I played with outside were the friends on my grandmother's block,
Hmm.
So she raised me. And when she passed away, it literally like rocked my world. I'm literally still trying to like recover from it.
Yes.
I love her so much. And she died in 2016. I'm like, I don't know what it's 2024. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Right.
But God has literally been my strength. But in that time, he kind of spoke to me and then he sent like messages through a couple people
Wow.
that didn't know each other. The same message, they all got a dream. Each of them got dreams.
Hmm.
Um, and it was the same dream, three different people who did not know each other. So I was like, all right, I hear you, Lord. The message was, if you don't stop, if you don't sing, or if you don't stop singing the music you're singing and start singing for God, because I was singing R&B, I wasn't really necessarily singing like Christian music, and the stuff I was writing wasn't necessarily saved stuff. So they was like, if you don't stop what you're doing, and if you don't give God the glory all the way, and use your musical talents for Him fully, He's gonna take away your voice. And I had already started dealing with like vocal issues and like having to, you know, contemplate surgery and whatever. Um, and I got that from three different people, the same dream
Wow.
from three different people that did not know each other. I was like, okay, God, because I've always said like when I was growing up, I'm like, we can't see God. That's so frustrating. Like we can't really like talk to Him like a
Hmm.
person. Like,
Hmm.
but if He could just like send me a banner, send me a blimp in the sky,
Right.
drop me a pigeon with a pigeon carrier with a note, I would be like, this is okay. If God said to do it, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts. So that to me was a blimp. I was like, okay, God,
Yes.
Hmm.
you said to do it. It was you. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And that's when I decided to switch over to gospel music. And it's not until, and I think I thought at that time that that gospel had to look a certain way.
Nope.
But I was, I'm Seventh Day Adventist, so I was, I am who I am, and what's in me is what's in me. But
Hmm.
I was raised to be like, I will sing of your love
Right.
Like, and you're like,
Right.
my God.
But you're
Dis-
soulful.
she said.
But you're
Said.
soulful.
God, you
She said.
reign.
She said Disney gospel.
Right.
Disney
But
gospel.
she's
And
soulful. You can feel it. She's soulful.
yeah,
That's
I
totally not
am.
her.
But like, like that is kind of like what I was raised. I was always like, I'm not like that, but I was still raised by that,
Yes.
So I think what I thought gospel had to be was like what I saw. Like it had to be Tasha Cobbs, it had to be Jacqueline, it had to be. And while that's in me, it's not the only part of me,
Right.
and it's not something that I have to force myself to be wholly or completely.
Right.
So I think now I'm in a space where I'm deciding like, first of all, I grew up the way I grew up, so God put it all in me and it's all me. What it's not one thing is like, oh no, this is no more me. No, that's me. That no, it's all me, and I'm learning that. So I'm embracing that at this point, and I'm literally learning and figuring out how to brand it and like funnel it all like through my music.
Because there's
So
an
that's
audience. There's an audience
it.
for you. There's an audience
Yeah.
for you.
Well, one thing that the Bible says that your gift will make room for you,
Yes.
and you doing what you're doing, as long as you put God as your focal point, everything else will fall
Absolutely.
into place. When we originally even started our label, we were an urban label, and everybody said that we were going to hell because of the approaches that we.
I'm not going to
Yeah, we
hell.
were going to hell based on the approaches that we made. Churches didn't want to receive us, and now everything that we were doing then,
No.
every church is doing it now. We were just far ahead of our time, but we kept the course because we knew it was sent by God. One of the things that I wanted to ask you is that with all the things that you have come through, you know what I'm saying, losing your grandmother and everything else, how are you now self-caring for yourself to push yourself to the next level to care for other people through your music?
That had kind of like brought me closer to God. It's made me more self-aware. So I'm just being intentional when it comes to just like how I cherish people. I just use it as a lesson. Like for whatever reason, I didn't, like when you think people gonna live forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all of us.
But that's so silly because no one lives forever, right?
Right.
But in your mind, you just feel like as long as I'm living, she gonna be living. Like,
yeah,
or maybe she'll pass away, but I'm gonna be much older, like.
yes.
So I wasn't ready to lose her in my 20s. There were still things
Oh, yeah.
that I wanted to accomplish that I like. It would have meant the world for me to like for her to see
Yeah.
like it being accomplished. Like there's certain prayers. Like I remember like everybody, my mother, my father, my grandmother was like, you need to be a nurse, a doctor, a teacher, or something or whatever. And like every day when I came home from school, my mother would leave like job listings on my bed. I'll come home with a new list of job listings. Like, all right, pick one of these. You need a job? Like, hello, okay, maybe you want to be a receptionist where I work? Like, what's
Right.
going on? Um, and I even like I've tried 9 to 5s. I don't even think I fit in that space. Um, but my grandmother one day she said to me like, "All right," because she have an accent. She's like, "All right, Samantha. So it seems like you ain't trying to do the things that we asking you to do. So um, what I am going to do is I am going to pray for you. I'm going to pray that if you're really doing this music thing, you have to really excel at it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do music, you have to be the best at it. Okay? So put your best foot forward and make sure that you're making sure you're reaching the heights. Like I ain't want no listen, you ain't no chopped liver, you hear me? You ain't no chicken back. Cool.
She said, "No chicken back."
Right.
You ain't no chopped liver, no chicken back.
Right.
Cool. I want to make sure if you're going to do this thing, you're going to do it for real. You're going to reach the highest of heights. You see all these people on TV, you belong there. So you're going to make sure you strive to get there. So I'm going to pray that if you're going to do this music thing, if you're going to take it and you're going to go far and you're going to be the best of the best. You have to be the best. You can't do it and piece apart. You have to be the best. Okay, so I'm praying that you reach the highest of success in this area. If this is what you really want to do, I am going to get on my knees and pray for you. I said, all right, Grandma, thank you.
So
Remember, you
And
mentioned that with Harmony Samuels, how the African different nationalities, they value education,
the traditional.
the traditional. They want you to be the lawyers, the
what?
doctors. When you say singing and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
even
Listen to
athletics
me.
sometimes.
Oh my God. I remember when I was younger, I was like, I used to braid everybody's hair. I used to cornrow. I was doing the styles of Chris Paul. What you want? You want your name in your head? I'm gonna braid your name in your head. I told my grandfather I wanted to be a hairstylist. I think I had to have been like 13. That man said, "What? No!" Like he caught a heart attack. Hairstylist? You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy, girl. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and one of the things about it is that ancestral wise, because
Right.
we've always worked jobs that
Right.
required us to do labor. When they wanted to make better times for their children,
Yes.
they wanted to be in the educational field.
Right.
In the highest
Listen.
ones, the highest paying ones.
Right.
Teachers were respected, but professors were much more respected than a regular teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got
Yeah.
a DR in front of your name, be it a doctor, medical, or whatever, they respected it more because they looked at that as an upswing profession. But when you said music or hairdressing, that was something that people could not see, that you might own 10 salons and be a
They don't even
multi-millionaire.
understand.
Yeah.
They didn't even understand it. First of all, and I understand. I was really hurt, like as a little girl. But now I understand. And plus, he got dementia now, so he can't remember it. He can't remember it anymore. So I cannot hold it against him. Okay.
Right.
So I tell him, I'm like, Granddad, you know what? I forgive you. I forgive you. But when my grandfather, and to put it into perspective, my grandfather and my grandmother, they were in Barbados. Then they went to the UK, and my grandmother went to the UK I think she became a nurse over there.
Wow.
And then, but when she went to the UK, she left her children in Barbados and literally like dropped each child off by a family member. So it was my mom and my two uncles, and every child was living with a different member in the family, because obviously you're not gonna give all three of your kids to one person.
Right.
So she's like, "Look, can you hold June? Look, can you hold Trevor? Look, can you hold Mark?" And they were each holding a child. She went over to the UK, did the nursing, and then when she got her nursing degree, she moved over to America, because that was the plan, always to get to America. Everybody's plan is America, land of the free, land
Right.
of the opportunity. So she did nursing in the UK.
That's
moved
amazing.
over to America, and then as she was making money in nursing, was sending, and literally my grandmother was a celebrity nurse. Like I think she told me after Michael Jackson had that thing with his hair burn, he came to her hospital.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also Jaleel White also came to her hospital.
Wow.
Like a lot of famous people was coming to her hospital. So she was seeing, like, she saw the world. She saw the different entertainment people come into the hospital and for whatever they came in there for. So she also had her perception of the entertainment industry.
Wow.
But she moved over to America and sent for her kids one by one.
Yeah.
Brought over my mother, then brought over my other uncle, then brought over my other uncle. Literally, as she was making money, started sending for her children. So they all got to America when they were like teenagers.
Yeah.
So like, think about
But she
all of that.
prepared.
Yeah, you have to be separated from your kids. She was separated from her kids to make a better life, and then sent for them, brought them over, was able to get a house with just this lady from Barbados. So basically,
The
I'm
sacrifice.
first generation American. I'm first generation American. Me and my cousins, and all they know is I had to grind. I had to work hard to make something of myself, so that my children can be fortunate and also make something of themselves better than I did. I'm a nurse, but maybe they'll be a doctor. Maybe
Right.
they'll be a lawyer.
Right.
Maybe so to see that sacrifice go to her kids, and then my mom was a physician's assistant, and then now my mom has me, and I'm like, I'm be a hairdresser. They're like, not for my sacrifice.
So
Did you see what I did
Right.
for you guys?
Right.
You are not over my dead body. Like that's the perspective. So when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, I get the outrage. I do get it, but I've always been a child that is like, if I want to do something, if it's like within right, like if it's not wrong,
Right.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna find a way to do it.
now I'm gonna jump in before we start talking about the music. Got to ask this question, standard question I ask a lot of young people. How do you handle your DMs now?
It ain't that much to me. Let me tell you something.
Wait a
My
minute,
friend.
you don't get the woman of God.
Oh, you talking about those DMs?
Yeah.
Said no.
Like thank you. Like they were like, oh, girl, you looking so good. I'm like, oh, awesome, thank you so much.
She's like, thank you, but that's it.
That's it, thank you. And just put a heart on it,
Yeah.
and so you can send a heart back. Oh, Thanks.
Because she focused. You
Yeah,
you you got your focus
yeah,
on what you're trying to do.
because some people's DMs, they be like, said I had to block them because they kept calling.
Oh no. They not crazy like that. I don't. I mean, one or two every now and again, but they don't be calling me. I mean, and I pretty much engage in my DMs. Like I treat them like they're people, not like they're pests.
Right.
So even if they're like, "Oh, girl, you're looking good," no, I just say thank you. I don't got to be like, "Oh my God, leave me alone," or ignore them. Like
Right.
I just say thank you. And if they're like, "Oh, I got to take you out sometime," I just be like, "Oh, that won't be necessary."
That's a good way. It won't be
That
necessary. I
won't be
like that one.
necessary. I'm
Yeah.
occupied.
Right.
Yeah, or like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't really do that right now, but we could be cool. Oh, can I have your number? No, we could just keep it right in the DMs.
See, she got it. See, that's Brooklyn. That's she got it all from
Right.
Barbados
Right.
all the way.
So, who were some of your favorite singers growing up that were non-Christian?
First of all, she's still my favorite singer. Is Beyonce.
Yeah.
She is everything.
She's a church
I
girl.
love everything about Beyonce. She is a boss. She's a businesswoman. She's a singer, actor, dancer. Like she's a triple threat. She's more than a triple threat, but as far as like the entertainment world, like she's producing her albums. She's producing, and not saying that she's the actual producer, but she's executive producing her album. She knows what sonics she wants to hear.
Right.
She's executive producing her tours, her shows. Those ideas are hers. Like the big old horse and the big old the I forgot what you call it, the thing that they take to war that she wrote in on. All of these ideas are hers. Like I watched a documentary where she was like, I need such and such and such. I forgot what it was. And they're like, it doesn't exist. She was like, okay, so if I find it, you're gonna be fired, right? Because if you said it don't exist
That means
without even trying to look for
no
it,
effort.
that means you know that it doesn't exist. So that means if I find it, you're gonna be fired, right? So like even that, like
Well,
she
you
knows
know,
what she
I
wants.
love that. I love
Well,
that.
hold on. Because I didn't appreciate it when she fired me when she found it. I was like saying, "Look,
I'm
Beyonce,
screaming.
it ain't there." I was the one that told Jay-Z to call you Bay instead of, and now I get fired because I said it didn't exist. I didn't appreciate it.
Well, you didn't go look for it. I like that she don't play. Put that effort in and then come back. And if you can't find it, that's different.
Correct. Like I look and it doesn't exist, or you could just look and be like, oh wow, I thought it didn't exist, but here it is.
Right.
See, when you talk to people like Beyonce, you got to say to her, "Look, we looked all over it and it didn't exist, but it doesn't mean that we can't create it. What do you want to do,
You can
darling?"
create anything.
You see that's how you do with a Beyonce. But one of the things about it is that you're absolutely right. From a kid until now, she has been an extremely hard worker.
Hard worker. Gotta respect it.
And she's put in the work to be where she's at. So I want to move forward with that in mind. Let's talk about your new music.
The single.
Okay. So my single, "Come to Me." Listen, I wanted to make a bop, a vibe that Christians could kind of like not feel guilty about listening to. I mean, and some of us don't feel guilty when we're listening to R&B. That's not bad or whatever.
Right.
But there are some Christians who do feel bad. Like I can't listen to that. So I just wanted to make just a song where we can dance and have fun too, because God ain't just so serious all the time.
Right.
Like I
You're
just
right.
try to make it seem like every time you walk in, or when it comes to God, or you're worshiping God, or you're thinking about God, it always has to be like this, or like, oh my God, it's a song about, like, it doesn't
Right.
have to be like that. It can literally be fun. We have fun in our lives.
Yes, we
Like,
do.
We go. When the kids are in school, they go to fun day and they have
Right.
sports day, and they're not playing holy soccer. They're playing soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait a minute, soccer ain't holy?
I'm screaming.
Okay, I'm
Well,
sorry. I thought soccer was holy.
soccer is wonderful, and you could be a witness on the soccer field. You can be a witness in the cafeteria. You can be a witness on a farm. God is in us, and we
first-
take him everywhere we go.
First of all,
Exactly.
nah.
And I'm a track coach, and I
ooh.
take the Lord with me everywhere I go.
No,
Nah, ooh.
absolutely. But it's not. It ain't holy soccer. It's just soccer.
Right?
You know?
They be so deep and spooky when it's
Wait,
convenient.
wait a minute.
You're not calling a preaching plumber. You're just calling a plumber.
Wait
You know?
a minute. Hold on. I call a sanctified, anointed plumber every time. Now let me ask you a question,
Right.
seriously, because you say the song's called "Come to Me," but what I got is "Na Na Oh."
Not it's called "Come to Me," Nana Ooh.
Okay, now,
Like
ooh.
Nana Ooh was in the parentheses because that's the part of the song that everyone remembers.
Okay.
Smart move.
See, you know the
That's
reason
called
why.
marketing.
See, the reason why I said that is because when I saw it, I saw the first thing and I saw the sixth thing. I said, "Boy, she done spoken tongues just right there on her title and everything." I said, "She's so deep."
Right. Now, I have a question. How did you get connected to Trayvon, my buddy Trayvon Perry?
Trayvon is a good friend of mine. How did I get connected to Trayvon? I was in a group called Darrell Hall and Restored, another SDA group. We used to run around with Leos. So any flyer that we was on, Leos in Harmony was on. But at that time, we was all running around Leos, Darrell Hall and Restored, Trayvon Perry. We will all be on the same concerts.
Right.
So we got familiar with each other like that, and then we used to act during the week, like they used to have the guys used to play like basketball against each other. We used to go to the parks, have barbecues and stuff like
Wow.
that, and all the groups would come out. And Trayvon was one of the groups, so I kind of got cool with him like around that era when I was singing in groups. But I'm
Okay.
also a background singer as well, so.
Oh, okay. I think that it just hit me in my chest, and you're gonna be able to tell me if I'm right or wrong. We came to New York maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Victoria Matthews, Chauncey's sister, Arissa Nicole, she played the saxophone. Did you sing with a group and it was like you plus a group behind you, and you almost sung yourself out of yourself? I'm almost for sure that was you. It was Laos and Harmony's concert,
It was an
and
anniversary, wasn't it?
and it was at a church where they had the lights down low and everything else that nature. I'm almost for sure it's you.
Oh, I said when he called me up to sing with Leos.
Yes,
He was
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I was there.
Oh
I,
wow.
I was there because I had brought the groups out. That's when Laos was on our label.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
there.
Okay, I remember you now. Yeah. I said she sung the church happy. I thought she was gonna sing herself out of everything because you was going, girl.
Right. Did you know T Rex?
I did not like very well, but whenever we would see each other, it would be love. Like, hey, how you doing, brother?
That was a
How
good
you
friend of
doing?
mine as well.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we kind of connecting all the dots now,
Yes.
Samantha. We're going to continue to be a blessing to you. We are a media based station, so you will get your spins and everything.
And
of
Sound
that nature.
Exchange.
period.
Yeah,
Sound Exchange too. She'll get paid.
yeah. That's it. That's
Period.
it.
That's what we love. This is listen. We do the hard work, and this life is a sacrifice. And
Yes,
it's
it is. But God
birthdays
always
and
rewards. God rewards
exactly.
faithfulness.
They got to them people reward somehow. So we are grateful for that.
How can they find you if people want to connect or book you? How would they find you?
Samantha Howard info at gmail.com, or you just go to my Instagram and it'll send you, like, it has an email button and all of that. But both of those things, I'm on Instagram and I am Samantha Howard as well. But Samantha Howard info at gmail.com.
Well, with that being said, my friend, could you introduce your song? We're gonna play it for the first time right here on GOD
Ooh,
Radio.
listen, I love it because all my worlds are colliding. My love for music, my love for God, and my Caribbean roots. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So this is Samantha Howard, and you're listening to Come to Me, Nana. Nana.
Right here on GOD Radio 1.
.com.